And in my fictitious what if scenario, it turns out that family is code word for freak, animal, mammal, illegal, lying yaks. And these are a group of yaks which operate according to principles much like the 50-million-year-old ancestor of the dolphin. Under this posited theory, person may go purchase a book out of philosophy on rhizomic thinking. If you were a person. I went to Vaughn's the other day and there was a gentleman there. First I was in the checkout, checking out, and when I got to the checkout, there was this kind of tall, long-haired, you know that real fine hair when people have that really, the hair quality is not coarse, it's real fine, kind of curly. He's got real pretty hair. It's the kind of hair that in the 90s you would not have been allowed to have at work unless you had something written up that said it was part of your religion, and if they fired you, I mean, there'd have to be some huge thing. Beautiful hair and a mustache, and you know, what's the word I'm looking for? A little rotund, but not too much. There's a word for it. When it's with women, there's a word you use, and it means, and it's like more like a compliment, so that you're not being rude. It's not big boned, thank you. It's something. What is it called? Not voluptuous. Come on, there's another one. It's an I don't think it's rotund. Anyways, we can't remember what the word is. But you know, when you're not like fat, you're just you got that thick, just that enough to make you look friendly in the face, and you're not too fat. You're just kind of like a little filled out there. And so I'm talking to. I get to the front and I said, "Hi, how are you? And how's your day?" He said, "Oh my God, I had to take a break and go stand outside. I was having what I think was an anxiety attack. I was shaking." And I said, "What happened?" And he said, a customer came through who was a conspiracy theorist and proceeded to unload their entire theory on me. And he said he had to walk out and get fresh air for a few minutes to recover from the experience. What At that point, I had to find out, what is it that the person told you? And he said that they started talking about how the male aspect, or a male aspect of the male divine, had exiled the female goddess, and that she was coming back, and that fairies and aliens were involved. And the guy said he started to have I did not laugh like this in front of him. Oh my God. Oh. I couldn't help it, but I said, just having heard this, did the theorist tell you that the aliens were fairies? And that they were Hollywood stars or something, represented by avatars. And I was like, I think it's just Hollywood stars. I have a friend, Patricia Weisleiter, who has written books, several of them on Amazon if you want to go look them up. You'll know you found the right book author if you go to the autobiography, Patricia Weisleiter. You'll know because you go to the autobiography, and in her autobiography, it says that she was the first female prison counselor in an all-men's prison in the state of California. I had 3 different women who had to jump in there and really help mother me to get me to 18 or past that. And she's one of them. In her autobiography, it says she went to U Saints, which is the CIA spy academy, by the way, and that she trained spies for Vietnam. Now, she shouldn't be able to write that in the back of her book and still be around and not have to pull the book from the shelves if it's a lie. So I'm pretty sure it's true. She didn't really talk about it. So, like, I was reading the back of her book, and I was like, what is this? I knew some of it. Like, I knew that she was the first female prison counselor in an all-men's prison in the state of California, but I always kind of had the way she talked about it and the way I thought about it was like, well, somebody's got to do it first. I mean, they were like starting to put women in, and you happen to be the first one, you know? And she always has told me that, she told me once, one time when she was sitting down to try to explain genetics to me and draw diagrams, and explaining genetics and different things about it. And she said that she wasn't exposing any classified information to me, but that she did go to spy school essentially, and that she had low-level clearance, but that the things that she was showing me were things she had deduced using the same methods she had learned there, but not something that they had taught her. So there's a big difference. Like, so using their methods to come to your own deduction that they may not agree with is a lot different than saying that they told you this. And so she's always been very clear that she's just using the methods that she got and applying them to her own stuff. But one of her theories, if you read her book, is that Bigfoot, aliens, the little Flora people, like pretty much anything that you've heard of probably has some version in existence, but that it's like a little, like she went on road trips and she studied, some people would call this spying. She documented populations on the fringes of different society groups that have different traits that she posits. Actually, she didn't do anything invasive or illegal when she did that, but she posits that when you interview some of them, I think what you get is legends that basically, that if a person she's of the belief that basically there's like alien hybrid species and different species living amongst us throughout the general population. We don't know about it. They're in higher concentrations sometimes on the fringe, or in areas like maybe in the Appalachian Mountains where they've been like isolated for generations, but I don't know. You have to go read her books. They're pretty interesting. Oh boy, here we go. I've gotten to the point. Hold on. There we go. All right. So yeah. So where was I going with all that? Oh, the guy in the grocery store. Well, I didn't tell him that one of my foster mothers had written a book on the subject. Like throwing him over the edge. I just was like, okay. No comment.